Okay, so today I am going to demonstrate how I make soap. I'm going to use the cold process, oven process method so that it'll be ready sooner than the 6 weeks that cold process soap normally takes. So we're going to get started. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have come outside, and as you can see, I have on my goggles and I have my measured lye. And I have, what I'm going to use today is green tea liquid for my water. All right, because I'm trying to make a natural facial soap. All right, so I'm going to mix lye into the tea. You should always mix the lye into your water. Okay? You do that slowly. Now, typically, you would wear a face mask as well as goggles and gloves. But because I am outside, I am less likely to ingest the fumes that would typically be very strong inside a home or indoors. Okay, so I'm going to stir, and I'm going to make sure that all of the lye is mixed in very well into my green tea. Okay. And it's going to heat up quite a bit because mixing lye into a water base creates some type of reaction that could make a volcanic eruption if it is not done correctly, which is why you should never put your water into the lye. The lye must go into the water. So I'm going to let this sit for a little while. It's got to cool down. I'm going to try to cool it down so it'll be within 10 degrees of the oils that we're going to heat up to mix together to create our soap. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a while, okay? And I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back inside now, and the lye water is still outside and it's cooling. So in the meantime, I have already prepared my oils, which I use coconut oil, olive oil, and castor oil together. All right, and it's going to melt down. It's already done so, right? It's melted down, but I need to make sure that it's at the proper temperature so that it is within 10 or 20 degrees or so of the lye solution. All right, so while that's going on, I think I'll make disc-shaped soap bars for the face. I'm going to add green tea, and I'm going to add activated charcoal, which should be good for pulling out the dirt and particles that might be within your pores of your skin. So it'll help to draw that out. That's what the activated black charcoal should do to help those with acne. So that's the purpose of my soap today. So in order to continue to be ready for this process, I'm going to go ahead and start mixing the activated black charcoal, which I have here, into one of these containers. Now it's going to be approximately a tablespoon or so. All right, so I've decided I'm going to add a Moroccan rose clay to this soap for the face because that is a very good detoxifier for your skin, for your face. It's used a lot in facial masks and spas and stuff like that, so I thought that'd be an extra added treat to go along with the activated black charcoal and with the tea tree, which is an antioxidant oil that I'm going to put in there, and as well as the green tea is good for facials or for skin. All right, so we're going to try those combinations and see how well that works together. All right, so we're still waiting on the lime mixture to cool. We've got the activated black charcoal, and we've got the Moroccan red clay. I'll be right back. I'm going to check on that lye outside, okay? All right, so the oil is ready at 130 degrees, but the lye water, I had to put it in the freezer so it'll cool down some more. So in the meantime, I have just been stirring and preparing the clay and the activated black charcoal, and I've decided to put a touch of tea tree in there. I've set that, and green tea oil as a fragrance. It's not too, it won't be too much, it won't be too strong. And I am going to also add argan oil after the saponification and the thickening has happened, just before I'm ready to pour. So that benefit of the argan oil will be there for extra moisturizing. You know, the argan oil that I got is from Morocco, literally from Morocco. I was so excited to get it because I know the benefit of it, and I've had so many people to comment on my skin once I started using it. So I'm hoping that that benefit will pass along through this soap to others that use it, as well as the oil by itself alone, which I use every morning. So I'm going to use that sort of as a super fat, but just on top, just before I pour the soap. So I'm going to come back to you when the lye water is ready, okay? All right, so my oil and my green tea lye solution is ready. So I'm going to start to pour it in and try to get it to a light trace. All right. Now, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to turn it off because it's already starting to come to a trace. Let me see if I can tilt this down a little bit. There we go. All right. So I don't want to get it too thick. I need to pour some of this mixture, which is brown, by the way. When I did the green tea water lye solution, it turned it brown, which is okay. But hoping that it will lighten up a little bit so that it will show you the Moroccan red clay well and the black, the charcoal, the activated black charcoal. So I'm going to stir this just a little bit or blend it a little bit more. All right, notice I still have my gloves on so the splatter from the lye won't burn too bad, because it can splatter. I've also, into the batter here, I added some green tea leaves. All right, so I'm going to put probably a couple of tablespoons of, this is my prize argan oil that I love, that came from Morocco. So I'm just going to pour, okay, maybe 1/8 of a cup in there. So it's at trace. I'm going to blend it. Make sure it's all in there, really good, mixed in. All right, so now what I'm going to do is separate this batter. I'm going to add some to each of the colors, the clay, and then to the, yes, and then to the activated black charcoal. And it's already starting to thicken up a little bit more. I didn't catch it quite in time. However, we're going to work with it. Now I also have two containers or two molds to put it in, because of course I wanted to do these disc soaps, but I'm gonna have to put some in this regular mold, so because the 6 will not be enough to hold all of this soap. Okay, so we've got, it's gonna be a little brown, but that's okay. This is the Moroccan red clay. It's just gonna be, it's a little redder than the rest of the mixture. So maybe I'll get a nice little swirl in there. All right, and of course this black is gonna show up pretty good. Look at that. In fact, I'm gonna put some more in here. Yes, thickening up really quick. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to work really fast. I don't think I'm gonna keep you all on the tube that long, so I'm gonna turn it off and come back when I've got this mixture going really good, okay? But before that, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the tea tree oil to each of these. I should have done it in the big batch, but I didn't. And I'm going to add the fragrance oil, which is the green tea scent, which is a wonderful scent if you ever try that or want to try that. Green tea smells really good, fresh and clean. So you'll like that. Okay. All right, I'm ready to pour some into a mold. I'm kind of excited. So here we go. I'm just going to start pouring a little. I'm going to do a kind of a swirl, I hope. So I'm just going to put a little splat in each of these circular discs. Like so. Now I did put some green tea leaves in the bottom of here just to give it a little decoration. Okay. It's thinned up a little bit since I put the fragrance and the essential oil in it. It thinned it up a little bit, which is good. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure it's spread across the bottom so we'll have an even blend of colors, hopefully. Yeah. I'm gonna have quite a bit left over, and since I don't smell it quite that strong, I'm gonna put some more green tea scent in here, and hopefully it won't mess the mixture up too much. I hope not, and probably it won't, but sometimes we just have to improvise, which is what I'm doing. I'm improvising. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and start on this mold here and put the rest of it in there. Oh yeah, that's good. It's perfect too. It's going to be a good deluxe size bar here. I'm going to leave just a little bit out. Well, maybe I need to put some more back in here just in case it'll thicken up a little bit and I can make a top decoration a little bit. Make a little swirl or something on there. Hopefully that'll work. Sometimes you got to go back. You think of things as you go along, you know? So that's what's going on here. I'm thinking of things as I go along. And I know that this, I like using this recipe. It's very nice for the cold process, hot process soap. It works very nicely. So I'm gonna let that sit there. I've got my ring stuck in here. Okay, there we go. Now, so for this batch here, I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little of the activated charcoal on top here. I think I'm gonna like this. Yeah. All right. And then, of course, we're gonna come back and put the Moroccan red clay on it. It's got that Moroccan red clay and it's got Moroccan oil inside. So we're gonna go ahead and pour some in here on top. That's gonna be real nice. I love black and tan, black and gold. That combination is very nice to me. So I'm enjoying that. But this bar, of course, is good for anyone to use, men or women. If you have sensitive skin to fragrances, you might want to do a test first to know if the green tea or even the tea tree, you know how it works on your skin. Tea tree can be kind of strong for sensitive skin, but that's because it's antibacterial and all of that stuff. It gets rid of germy stuff, so I guess it's got to be a little strong, huh? Okay, now let's see what's going to happen with this Moroccan red clay. So it is redder. It's not as brown as I thought. Yeah, I love it. Yes, I'm loving that. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm not going to try to make it perfect. I'm just going to let it just sit on top like so. It's like a cookie. Yeah, this is nice. Right. It looks really good. I'm not going to try to make a perfect disc shape. I want it to just sit there. Of course, when I do a circle swirl or a chopstick swirl, that'll make it even nicer. So here we go on this one. There's more here that you can pour. Yeah. It looks like I still have some mixture left. I could find another type mold and put that in there. Let me get a stick. Okay, so I'm going to swirl just a little bit and see what happens. Right? Yes, I'm liking it. It's getting kind of thick. It's not much time to really do all that swirling, but here we go. It's starting to look like a cupcake. All right. Right, I like it. I can't wait to try this. It smells really nice and fresh and clean. So it'd be nice to know that it actually works that well too. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. So I don't know what I'll call it, but there's some good stuff in here. So we've got green tea. We have Moroccan red clay. We have activated black charcoal. Isn't that pretty? Right. We have tea tree essential oil. And we have green tea fragrance oil. Oh, look at that, you all. I like it. What you think? Yes. It's kind of fall-like, too. I think I won't bother that anymore because it's nice, right? It's just nice. I think I need to smack it down a little bit, get some air bubbles out of that. But look. Yes. I like it. Now this is oven process, hot process, excuse me, cold process, oven process soap. So I am going to put it into the oven, okay? I won't be able to show you that, but it's going in. Well, let me get a cookie sheet, a cookie tray. Sorry about that noise. But here we go. And so I'm going to leave this in here for maybe 30 minutes. Because I found out that when I've done other oven processed, cold processed soap, that is a good time for me. So I'm going to let it stay in there for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to find another mold to put the leftover in, because I do have some leftover. All right, we'll talk to you later. I'll come back. All right, I was able to get 5 more bars of this facial soap. I just love the mixture of these colors, right? So again, I don't know what the name will be, but it will be a tea tree, green tea, activated black charcoal, and Moroccan red clay with Moroccan oil, pure and certified 100% Moroccan argan oil. So when you're ready, well, when it's ready, I'll have it online for you to purchase. Thank you. Well, you know, actually, I am going to show you this once it comes out of the oven. I'll come back and show it to you. So it's not over. Stay tuned.